Our topic of today's class is proportion. Before starting with the questions, let's first discuss the basic terms associated with proportion. We say that A ratio B is in proportion with C ratio D. Now here, the first and the last term are known as extreme terms, and the middle two terms are known as mean terms. These are in proportion if product of extreme is equals to product of mean. So here my extreme terms are A and D. So A multiplied by D must be equals to the product of middle two terms B multiplied by C. This is the basic rule to check whether the four numbers are in proportion or not. But if we are given with three numbers, let's say A, B and C are in proportion, then in this case the middle number is written twice. So here I am going to write it as A ratio B is same as B ratio C. Again, product of extreme should be equals to product of mean. Extreme terms here are A and C. The mean terms are B and B. B multiplied by B is B square. So I can write it as B equals to under root AC. Here B is also known as mean of proportion. So this is how we are going to check whether the given numbers are in proportion or not. Now let's solve some questions to apply these rules. First is find x if tan upon 3x 5 ratio 2, 5 upon 2 and 5 upon 4 are in proportion. So my basic rule is product of mean should be equals to product of extreme. The extreme terms here are 10 upon 3 and 5 upon 4. These are my extreme terms, and the mean terms are x multiplied by 5 by 2. Solve this, you will get x equals to 5 upon 3 multiplied by 5 upon 2 upon 5 upon 2. So the value of x is 5 upon 3. Next question is find fourth proportion 2 upon 3, 3 upon 7 and 4. Let's say my fourth proportion is x. So I can write them as 2 upon 3 ratio 3 upon 7 proportional to 4 ratio x. Now here these are my extreme terms and these are my mean terms. Again the same rule, product of extreme should be equals to product of mean. So extreme terms here are 2 by 3 into x equals to 3 by 7 into 4. So the value of x here will be 3 upon 7 into 4 into 3 upon 2. It will become 18 by 7. So the fourth proportion here is 18 upon 7. Next question is the mean proportion of 12x square and 27y square is. The rule to calculate mean proportion is under root of the two terms. So write it as under root 12x square into 27y square. 12 multiplied by 27 will be 324 x square y square. Under root of 324 will be 18. Under root of x square y square is xy. So the mean proportion value is 18xy. Next question, find the third proportion to 12 and 18. Let us assume that the third proportion is x. When there are three numbers given, the rule is I am going to write middle number twice. So this can be written as 12 ratio 18 proportion to 18 ratio x. Again, extreme terms 12 and x, mean terms 18 into 18. Product of extreme should be equals to product of mean. So 12 into x should be equals to 18 into 18. From here, I will get the value of x as 18 multiplied by 18 upon 12. So the value of x here is 27. So my next question is, on a map, a distance of 600 km is represented by 5 cm. So actual distance when 600 km on map, it is represented as 5 cm. What is the actual distance if the distance on map is 8 cm? Let us assume that actual distance here is x. They are in proportion, so 600 ratio 5 should be in proportion to x ratio 8. Again, product of mean should be equals to product of extreme. 5 into x should be equals to 600 into 8. So value of x will be 960 km. 8 centimeter on map is representing an actual distance of 960 km. Next question is, a man earns rupees 4900 in a week. So it is the proportion between the salary and days. When he worked for 7 days, he earned 4900 rupees. How much will he earn for 10 days? Let us assume x rupees. Again, salaries and days, they are in proportion. 4900 ratio 7 should be proportional to x ratio 10. Product of mean should be equals to product of extreme. 7x equals to 4900 multiplied by 10. So value of x will be 7,000 rupees. If the train fare for 14 km is rupees 98, it is the case of proportional between distance and the fare. When my distance is 14 km, fare is 98 rupees. So what will be the fare if distance is 28 km? Let's say x rupees. So 14 ratio 98 should be in proportion to 28 ratio x. Product of mean should be equals to product of extremes. So my value of x from here will be 196 rupees. So this is how, with the help of proportion, we can solve the questions in just seconds. In my next question, it is given that a upon 3 is equals to b upon 4 equals to c upon 7. And I have to find the value of a plus b plus c upon c. So I am going to write the values of a and b in terms of c first. A ratio 3 is equals to 3 ratio 7. So can I write it as a equals to 3 by 7c? And b can be written as 4 by 7c. I have to find a plus b plus c. So a plus b plus c is 3 by 7c, 4 by 7c, plus C. Adding these, I will get 14 by 7C. So, A plus B plus C is equals to 2C. From here, I can write A plus B plus C upon C is equals to 2. So, I have found my answer. For the next question, and very important question, a dealer has mixed a tea costing rupees 6.92 per kg with another tea costing rupees 7.7 per kg, and he has sold the mixture for rupees 8.80 per kg. In doing so, he has earned a profit of 17.5%. So you have to find in what proportion has he mixed the two mixtures. So here, first I am assuming that let selling price of mixture is 100 rupees. So when the selling price is 100 rupees, the profit is given as 17.5%. 17.5% of 100 will be 35.2 rupees. And I know that cost price is selling price minus profit. So cost price here will be 100 minus 35.2, which is 165 upon 2 rupees. Next, I am here going to create a proportion between selling price and cost price. So, when the selling price of the mixture was 100 rupees, the cost price was 165 upon 2 rupees. So, when the selling price is 8.80, let us assume that the cost price is X rupees. Again, product of extreme should be equal to product of mean. Here, 100 into X will be equals to 165 upon 2 into 8.8. So, value of X will be 165 into 4.4 upon 100. So from here, I am going to get value of X as 7.26 rupees. Now, in my first case, the first tea was of 6.92 per kg. The original cost price of the tea was 6.92 per kg, but I have sold it as 7.26 rupees. So here there is a profit of 0.34 rupees, or I can say 34 paise. But for the second case, the cost price was 7.77 per kg and I have sold it at 7.26 rupees. So in the second case, there is a loss of 0.51 rupees, or I can say 51 paise. Now, in the mixture, my profit and loss will be compensated to an overall profit of 17.5 rupees. So the ratio in which these are mixed is 51:34, which is 3:2. So the dealer has mixed the two teas in the ratio of 3:2. Now let's discuss the laws of proportion. I am here given with that A/B is in proportion with C/D. Then according to the invert-endo law, I can write it as invert. A ratio B can be inverted as B ratio A is in proportion to D ratio C. I have inverted the ratios on both the sides. Second law is alternando law. According to the alternando law, A ratio B proportional to C ratio D can be written as A ratio C is in proportional to B ratio D. I have just alternated the name terms. My third law is componendo law, and componendo and dividendo law is very, very important. According to componendo law, I am going to add these A ratio B. So it can be written as A plus B upon D is in ratio with C plus D upon D. Next, according to dividendo law, it can be written as A minus B upon D is in ratio with C minus D upon D. And in componendo and dividendo, I am going to divide these. So B and B is going to cancel out. D and D will cancel out. I will be left with A plus B upon A minus B is in ratio with C plus D upon C minus D. Next is addition and subtraction law. If A ratio B is equals to C ratio D is equals to K, then if I am going to add these, A plus C upon B plus D will also be equals to K, and if I am going to subtract these, A minus C upon B minus D will also be equals to K. So these are my laws of proportion. Let's solve some questions based on these. First is, if X ratio Y is equals to Z ratio W is equals to 2.5 ratio 1.5, find X plus Z upon Y plus W. So this is the question based on my addition law. So if they are equal, then X plus Z upon Y plus W will also be equals to 2.5 upon 1.5. So X plus Z upon Y plus W will be equals to 5 upon 3. So see how easily it can be solved using the addition law. Next is, if 5x minus 3y upon 5y minus 3x is equals to 3 upon 4, find the value of x and y. So here I am applying componendo and dividendo. So in the numerator, add the values 5x minus 3y plus 5y minus 3x. And in the denominator, I am going to subtract 5x minus 3y minus 5y minus 3x should be equals to 3 plus 4 upon 3 minus 4. So 5x minus 3x, 2x, 5y minus 3y, 2y, 5x plus 3x, 8x, minus 5y minus 3y, minus 8y is equals to 7 upon minus 1. Take 2 as common from the numerator and 8 as common from the denominator. So I will get 2 x plus y upon 8, x minus y is equals to minus 7. So x plus y upon x minus y is minus 28 on 1. Now again apply C and D. If I apply componendo and dividendo again on this, it will become x plus y plus x minus y upon x plus y minus x minus y is equals to minus 28 plus 1 minus 28 minus 1. So my numerator will become 2x and denominator will become 2y is equals to minus 27 upon minus 29. So the value of x upon y is 27 upon 29.